Hi, everyone. Welcome to Support Wave. We're an AI driven recruitment platform for tech recruitment. We leverage AI to do conversational interviews and screening of hundreds of candidates to give you the best people in the shortest amount of time. I'm going to give you a very quick demo on how to hire tech talent and how our software works. Let's just quickly log in and go to Support Flex. So you just sign up, you log into SupportWave when you create a new resource. You can see here that you can go and add, let's say, for example, we are looking for a SharePoint developer and we need two SharePoint developers. Location, let's go United States. And let's say it's a full-time contract. It could also be a part-time contract where you can set the times and the days, but for all intents and purposes, let's try the full-time contract. Start date, let's say this role is going to start 1st of June and it's going to end of May. And then we can just say it's a 12-month contract. You can say this is an ASAP start. So as soon as you get the engineer or the role that you're hiring, they can start straight away. We've got some shift times in there. Then you can select whether it's remote, on-site, or hybrid. Let's go for hybrid, and let's say you have to be in the office on a Monday or Wednesday. Or if it's flexible, you can say these are flexible and you can discuss with the candidates later. A required skill, let's just say we are looking for SharePoint development. Sorry, let's take it away. SharePoint development. And let's say we need a minimum of 5 years experience for that. And let's go SQL database. And let's say 3 years experience for that. Let's also just say we need Microsoft Dynamics. And we can just say we need 2 years of experience for that. Nice to have skills. We can maybe say Active Directory. And let's say Agile Project Management. So because these are nice to have skills, we don't have the years experience, but years experience are usually for requirements. Then we've got required languages. Let's just say English. We do provide languages right across the world, from Spanish to literally anything. Proficiency, let's say advanced. Now, based in the US, what are you as a customer willing to pay? So this is the budget for the role. Let's say a SharePoint developer, between 6,000 and 7,500, depending on experience. And then you can ask them a question. So they'll need to answer a question. Let's just say, do you have the right to live and work in the United States? Okay, and then we can just click the generate description button. You can either paste your job spec in here or you can use our AI. This generates a description based on all the form fields above. So essentially the shifts, the requirements, the name, how many positions, whatever it is, we then generate it in this description. Now, from this point, you can go in, you can edit it. If there's anything missing or anything you'd like to add, like, for example, we've got equal opportunity statement at the bottom. That's just a standard setting. You can remove that if you want, and you can add anything else you want in there. Once you've edited, you can click the Fix Formatting button, so don't worry about all the stars and hashes. It'll all get fixed. Then we can say the closing date is the 8th of May. So let's submit request. All right, then it creates it successfully at the top. So then I can go, this is you as a customer. I'm going to go and sign in as my credentials with my admin credentials. I can then go into the project. I can go and view the SharePoint developer and just check that you filled out everything else. We can either do this for you or you can use the software yourself. So this is what we do. We'll scroll down, we'll check the shifts. If there's anything missing or incorrect spelling, we'll go through it. We'll go in here and we'll say, all right, well, we're going to be hunting for the candidate in this position, and we will look for someone for 6.5, and you'll pay us and we'll pay the candidate and be the employer of record. We'll double check that. We'll double check the job description. There's a few different settings that we can apply. To the bottom, we can auto shortlist candidates. We can hide the AI interviewer until they've done good AI interviews. I'll touch on that shortly. And then, we just go to the next one. We can just say, let's just say Calvin over there and Calvin over here. Update request. So essentially what happens in this situation is you'll have people in your HR department or people who need to check the interviews and check the skills and quality levels. By adding those people in, they'll be able to jump onto the platform at any time, review candidates, click through videos, watch AI videos, and also conduct interviews themselves. So if I'm on the default workflow, so this is specifically for this job role, you can go custom workflow and we can say, right, we want to send this out to LinkedIn. We'll send it to our internal job board. We'll do some manual outreach. We'll do an AI skills match and candidate selection, AI interview. We'll then ask the candidates to sign an NDA, behavioral and psychometric assessment. Let's take out the behavioral and just leave the psychometric assessment in there. KYC, and then customer interview and reference checks. So let's just take our reference checks, for example. If you want to add a developer skills test, we can also do this. These developer skill tests will then come down to these assessments, so say a web developer or whatever it is. It will then take the process through. That it'll be a 2 to 4 hour exam that these guys will be doing to do the developer skills test. Let's just take that out for now. LinkedIn schedule. So this is the LinkedIn API that posts onto LinkedIn, and when they apply on LinkedIn, it comes through to our platform and goes forward from there. The manual outreach, you copy a link, you send it out, you can email it out to 1,000 applicants who might be good for the role. They'll come and apply on the platform, and it just brings that funnel down from LinkedIn, from your internal job board, from manual outreach into one screen so that you can easily view. We then have the AI interview questions. So this is our AI avatar. Let's say 25 minutes, we'll give it context. We're telling our AI how to behave, what to say. And then we can say, listen, we're going to ask 8 questions to the SharePoint candidates. And then we can use AI once again to generate questions. So this will generate eight questions for our AI to have a conversational interview with all the candidates to get to the points. Then we'll just go and save. You'll confirm that you're happy with everything. And then we'll click on the outreach button where this is now automatically going to go to LinkedIn, post the job application, and then monitor all the applicants coming through. We'll post it on our internal job board where there's 10,000 plus engineers, project managers, software developers, and then internal candidates, and then manual outreach. You'll just click the manual outreach button. And I don't think that you can see the screen there, but essentially they'll go and come to this screen and then they can go and apply. So they can see the whole job spec, how much they're going to be earning, everything about the jobs, the shifts, and they can click apply now. Can you start immediately? Yes or no. When is your notice period? And this is the process the candidates go through for their application. So this is the basic questions they go through. They then submit the application, they upload their CV, they go through KYC, behavioral tests, exactly through that workflow. They do the AI interview, and then you as a customer can jump on and see your top 3 to 5% of all the candidates that have applied from the various places. So that's a quick overview of how the software works, leveraging AI, not just for the conversational interviews, but for the matching, for the skills, for the resumes, and for the application. We listen to tone and professionalism, how they answer the question, and then we give a total overall score, essentially for each candidate. So let's just say, for example, let's go to DevOps engineer, and let's go to this guy, full view. And we can go to view profile.